everybody. Welcome to the George Show. Hey, my name is George. I'm your host for today. And today we are going to be discussing um, ways on how you are going to um, use live streaming in 2017. So what we did, we put our predictions together. We're going to give you a few things on streaming and how the industry is going to change the way you're going to communicate. And one of the ways that streaming is going to change you is because it's becoming the number one communication source for everybody. Now, we know Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, some of the paid CDNs, some of the free streaming services are available to you to do your live stream. But if you want to do a professional stream with titles, overlays, PowerPoints, right here, as you see right here, um, you have to do it on a professional level. And we do going to predict that Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, some of your other paid CDNs are going to fade out you using a cell phone to do a live stream. And we actually believe that it's going to come to a point where even the free services that's out there that you can use. Problem with the free services when you use those free services, such as can't remember the name of that one particular free service out there. But anyway, um, what's going to happen? You can only stream to one provider, and if you only going to be allowed to stream to one, then you're only going to reach a certain amount of people. But if you are able to stream to three providers, you're going to reach far more people. So using free streaming software is not the best because it's only going to allow you to use one camera instead of two or three. It's not going to allow you to bring in videos as a resource for your production. Um, it's not going to allow you to do a lot of things that you can do in a professional streaming software. So that's something that going to take place. Okay, it's going to take place. So this is what a lot of us are looking at. Okay, we actually looking at ways to stream, and the thing is, streaming is a way of communication, and it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so the industry allowing you to create your own show. You can do whatever you like, but you want to do it in a professional um, manner because you actually branding yourself. Okay, when you're using a professional setup for your production, you actually branding yourself, and that's what you want to do. You want to brand yourself, get your stuff out there, so that people can see who you are, where you going with this, and spread your message. So we know that more and more organizations and businesses are going to use live streaming to get their message out. And how important is that? You have resources to actually help you to get your message out. And to get it out, you want it to be a professional way of how um, you want to present yourself. So you got to remember, you want to present yourself as professionally as possible when you do your live stream. Now, some organizations, some businesses, some individuals don't have the budget, okay, to do a live professional stream. And that's one of the concerns that a lot of people have is what does it really cost to do a good professional stream? And we're going to go through some of the stuff that you're going to actually need, some of the equipment. And trust me, some of the equipment is not what you call cheap. Okay, it's not cheap. So if you planning on doing your own streaming, make sure that you have a budget, okay, just for that stream. And when I mean a budget, I mean, I give an example, somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, make sure that you have that budget set aside just to do your live stream. And I'm giving an example of how an organization can use it. And I'm gonna say that you just started up a newsletter or a newspaper. Okay. Now, in the past, we know that your big news papers stopped the print portion of their newspaper and they went online because it was more cost efficient for them to drop the paper and go online because it was much cheaper. People was using and still using the internet to search. Okay, but the only difference is now they're using it to search video. And there is one statistic that suggests that there is 1.2 billion people every day search for videos. And knowing that, don't you want to put your video out there, whatever message that you want to uh, give out. This is how you are actually going to get your message out there, is to use your live stream. So live streaming is here to stay. It's a way of putting your brand out there. People will know who you are. They're going to see you live on the go. And that is one of the other functions of the live stream, is that people can catch your video on the go. Nobody is not going back home, getting on a laptop, getting on a computer. No, it's not about that anymore. It's about how can I reach my audience now on the go. And you have to somehow get there with them. Okay, and as you can go on YouTube, you can go on Facebook, and you see more and more advertisements of how companies are using Facebook, using YouTube to get their message out there to you. So that's what you want to do. So this is where a lot of organizations that we think that's going to come into the streaming business now, they're going to start using this because they now trying to figure out what they can use it for, and they can use it for any portion of their organization. They can go ahead and actually stream it. So with a newspaper, and this is what I predict, with a newspaper, they can also have the newspaper as one source, and now they can have their own show as another source. So this way, if they can capture the audience on the paper side of it, and now they can capture the audience on the video side. So they're capturing people, and then with the video, your video is going all over the world. So you're spreading that your message out, and that's what you want. So you brand in yourself. Okay, so you're getting your brand out. That's number one. And that's really important that you are actually branding yourself and you putting it out there. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is how you want to set your stream up. You know, do you want to stream to 3 different services and capture more people, or you just want to stream to that one service and capture just a few? Because you got to remember, 1.2 billion people search for videos every single day. Every single day, they're searching for videos, and that's where you want your video to be. You want your video out there so people can see what your message is, what you're doing, and it's a good way to communicate with people because this is the new way of communication. Um, Next question would be, what type of equipment you will actually need? You're going to need HD cameras. You're going to need a live production software. You're going to need laptops. You're going to need green screen and studio lights. You're going to need microphones. You're going to need monitors. Okay, you have your free streaming providers: Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, if you choose to be on Periscope. Um, some of your paid CDNs, you can stream to those simultaneously. When we stream simultaneously. So we on Periscope, we on Facebook, we on YouTube. We can also be on Ustream. So with all of these streaming services, yes, you can stream to those services all at one time. And that is the good part about streaming, because you want a software that's going to allow you to stream up to 3. Okay, you can stream up to 3. Uh, Now, if you notice, your cable company is now going to start offering you, and I know some of them are offering you now, a 1 GB internet service. And the problem with that is, it's only for downloads. So in the streaming industry, you have to understand the bandwidth, you have to understand your upload speed and your download speed. So when you want to do your stream, you want the highest upload speed possible. And right now, the cable companies is only offering you, if you choose to purchase your 1 GB internet, is for download. It's not for upload. Okay? Download means that when you go on the internet and you're doing a search and you trying to retrieve that information, that's download. Now when you're streaming, you are actually uploading. So where the cable companies know that people want a fast internet, but they want to give you the download speed of 1 GB, but not that upload speed. Okay, so that's why you got to watch when the cable companies offer you this 1 GB. Think about it. Do you need the download, or do I need that upload? And you actually need the upload speed for your um, live video. Okay, it's the upload speed. So that's something that you got to take into consideration. And if you're going to use a free streaming software, I suggest that you don't. A free streaming software only going to allow you to stream one camera, one of everything. That's it. You're not going to be able to use titles. You're not going to be able to use overlays. You're not going to be able to use videos as part of your presentation. So the free streaming software has their limitations, and we all know that when you use something free, you get what you get. Okay, you actually get what you get. So we don't suggest that you use a free streaming software, you have to go and purchase a professional live stream software. And you will find when you do your search that you're going to find that there are several live streaming products out there, but you have to choose the right one for you. Okay, so you got to remember that. You got to choose which live streaming software that you can afford, and you got to understand what it is. Okay, the other part of it is you're going to need training on your live streaming software. Now, don't get me wrong, some of the live streaming software, when you first start out, it's going to be difficult to understand. You're not going to quite know some of the terms that that software is going to use. You have to use the RTMP in the streaming key that your streaming provider provides for you, because those codes go into that software. So you got to remember the RTMP and the streaming key goes into your live production software, and that will be enable you to use. And it all depends on the software that you get, but it allows you to use 5 cameras, 2 cameras, 3 cameras, your green screen, because you're going to have a virtual background. As you see right here, this is a virtual background. Okay, so here, over here, you see the PowerPoint that I'm using, where the free software don't allow you to use PowerPoint as part of your presentation. You want to brand yourself. Okay, you got to remember, you want to brand yourself, and you want to engage your audience. Okay, this is what you got to do. You want to engage your audience. Let them see how you are doing your production. Okay, because live streaming is going to allow everybody to stream, but not with a cell phone. Now, I'll give you an example of why you don't want to use a cell phone. When you use your cell phone as a camera and you streaming it to, say, Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, if you look at the pixels, probably within the first 45 seconds of that video, what happens to that video? It starts to break up. Okay, you get those pixels because it's not fast enough. So that is the bad thing about streaming from your cell phone, because it breaks that connection up. Okay, so that's why I say, and eventually I think the streaming providers is going to stop people from using the cell phone to stream live. You're going to have to use your RTMP in your streaming key to stream live, and that's going to require you to go get a streaming production software. Okay, if you want to continue to use video. So that is one of the things that you're going to need. And the training, because you're going to make mistakes, there's going to be problems. Okay, so if you go talk to a person that started out streaming, let's say a couple months ago, and you sit down, you're going to have a conversation, and he tells you, oh, you're not going to have no problem streaming, don't listen to him or her, because they can lead you down the wrong road, because you're going to have problems. Streaming, you're going to have problems, because you have to understand this is technology, and technology has problems. Okay, so what happens? You do a stream, and instead of you being connected to your network, you're using Wi-Fi. What happens? The Wi-Fi may go down. Now you're in a panic because you live and your stream stops. Okay, what happens? You connect your cameras to your laptop, and your cameras don't come on. So these are problems that's going to happen. I'm not saying they're going to happen to you in particular, but these problems come about, and you have to know what to do when these problems arise. And the other thing is too is your budget. What type of budget are you going to have to do your live stream? We have services that we will come and give you a free demonstration on how we can stream your services, your show, whatever show you want to create, and we can stream it to your social media sites. Okay, we can stream it to your social media sites, and we will do it professionally. We will use lower thirds. We will use overlays. We got titles. Okay, we will use probably 2 to 3 cameras, and our cameras are in high def. And by the way, um, the free software may not allow you to stream in full HD, where we streaming right now in full HD. We can also stream up to 4K. Just like the TV people, we can stream 4K. So that's why you want to use a professional live streaming software that will enable you to stream up to 4K if you choose to. Okay? Because remember, you are branding yourself. And this is what it's all about, branding yourself. And you want to brand yourself with the best possible stream available to you. And if you don't have that budget to do it, then give us a call and we will come to you and stream your services for you. So that's what we will do for you. Now, everybody going to be streamed. Everybody. Because it's a way to communicate with the public. And if you're trying to reach your community with any services that you have, this is the way of doing it, because you got 1.2 billion people searching for videos every single day. And as a business owner, you have to go where your audience are. If your audience are on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, then that's where you need to be to reach your audience. No two ways about it. This is where you need to be. And to do that professionally, you have to have a professional to come out and stream your services for you if you don't have that budget. And like I say, that budget for streaming is going to run you between $5,000 to $10,000 just to do a live professional stream. It's not cheap. I'm not here to tell you that, hey, go out there and get yourself a free software, because those free softwares, they not going to give you what you want. They're not going to give you that quality. You're not going to be able to use a full HD. You're not going to be able to use 4K. So you want to start a show and you want it to be done professionally. This is where we come in at, and we will come out and give you a demonstration on how we can stream it for you. Okay? So in our prediction for this year, everybody going to be joining in on the streaming industry. And I tell you this, the National Broadcast people last year had a convention in LA. One company in particular has changed the way TV and live streaming is going to take place. If you go out today, you're going to go, say you want to go purchase a HD camera. And to your surprise, the cameras that they're coming out with now, you are going to be able to connect that camera to your network. And inside of your live production software, your software will pick that camera up off your network. And that is called NDI, Network Device Interface. So now the cameras are now going to be able to be plugged into your network and on your live production software with NDI, you're going to be able to pick that camera up, and that is your camera source on in your production. So you have it, say you in your studio or you in your office, and you have people in the conference room. Okay, you in your office, you doing the live stream. Well, guess what? Now that camera can be picked up inside of your live production software because it's on the same network. Okay, so that's how the TV industry and the live stream is changing, and it's here to stay. And I must tell you, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Even though uh, we would like to, but if you think back to the Jetsons, for those who remember that cartoon, what did the Jetsons have? Everything they had was what? Video. The doorbell, the telephone, everything was video. And this is where we headed. Well, not headed, but this is where we at now. Okay, as you can see, this is where we at. So now churches, yes. Churches, you want to do a live, professional live stream, you don't have that budget for it, contact us. We will come out, show you, give you a demonstration how we can stream your services, and you're going to brand yourself. And this is the whole thing about the live streaming is you have to brand yourself. And I don't know how many people uh, want to brand themselves but don't know how with the videos. But you have to brand yourself, and you have to have it where people will come back and check your videos out. So you want to at least do the best possible live stream there is. Okay, you got virtual backgrounds that you can use in your live stream, such as this one. It's a virtual background. Okay, I'm using PowerPoint as part of my presentation on our prediction for live streaming for 2017. We're using PowerPoint. So with the live streaming software that you find out there, you may not be able to use PowerPoint in your presentation. So you want to reach the audience, and you want to give them the best possible um, resources as possible. Now, I can tell you a lot of research that we have done, because we've done some research. Um, every now and then, we go check out Periscope. And what we found, especially for the churches, some of their members are using their cell phone to stream the service. And they only can stream maybe a little portion of it or whatever. But when they use their cell phone, one, they're holding it like this to stream it. That's number one. Number two, the pixels break up. Okay, that live stream, it breaks. Okay, but if you're going to stream off your phone, hold it this way. Okay, and that's one of the problems that we found, that a lot of churches are using cell phones as a way to stream their services, because they may not have that budget. Okay, they may not have that budget to do a live stream, and this is why we want to get this out, to let you know that, hey, you may not have that budget to do your live stream, but we are here for you. We can come out and do it for you. Okay, so plus streaming is you're going to allow you to spread the word like you're supposed to. Okay, you can spread the word with no problem. Now, for those who like to use webinars, in our prediction for 2017, there's going to be more and more people using live streaming for webinars. Okay, now we can do a live webinar. We have the resources. We have all the resources for your webinars. We can come out, set your webinar up, and we can stream it live. Okay, so we can do that. But it's going to be more and more people going to use the webinars as a resource to get the word out. So, and our last prediction is when you do a live stream and you're interested in doing it and you run into problems with your live stream, yes, you're going to get frustrated. Because I tell you right now, when we first started, and that was several years ago, when we started, oh, I got frustrated because it wasn't doing exactly what I thought it was going to do, or maybe because I didn't understand the software that I was using. Okay, I didn't understand the cameras. You have a full HD camera, and then you have a semi HD camera. Those are two different cameras. Okay, two different. So if you're going to use a camera, say from, I say within the last 5-7 years, it's not a full HD. Okay, it's not a full HD camera. So now when you're trying to use that camera, it's not giving you that 1080p because it's not a full 1080p. So I had to learn that. Okay, I've been into this business now for over the last 10 years, and we've been streaming now for over 10. Yeah, for over 10. We've been streaming for over 10. We also have helped some other organizations in different states on streaming. We also help a organization from Delaware to start streaming their services, and hopefully, and every now and then I check back with them to see how they doing, because I check out their live stream, and they doing pretty good. They doing pretty good, and they wanted me to come out and start the streaming for them at first. Then later on, they got the budget, and we talked, and we, discussed what type of equipment they need. They went out, they purchased it, and then I trained them on how to use the software that they actually purchased, and they are really happy with it. So, getting back to my, let's say, my newspaper one. Now, what I did with that one was, if you have a, what I say, if you have a, I say, if you have a newspaper and you want to take that newspaper and take it to the next level, and your next level is live video. That's the next level, live video. You can sit down with your guests. You can interview them. You can interview them live. Hey, so you want to take your news paper to that next level, because it's really, it's saving you. If you look at the cost of printing a newspaper versus doing a live stream, okay, the live stream is going to pay for itself. The newspaper is going to cost you each and every month every week or how often you actually printing that newspaper, hey, those costs add up. So when you're doing your live stream, because you have free um, streaming providers, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, okay, that are free, and it enables you to stream your show. And this thing about the guests that you can actually have on your show, you interview them live, just like say you, no matter no matter if you starting a cooking show, same thing. If you're starting a cooking show, or let's say you're a hairstylist, okay, and you want to show your clients how to take care of their hair, well, guess what? Create your own show. Create the show. Hey, you come out, you can stream it. You know what I mean? And you can keep your clients engaged with how to take care of their hair, and that is your main goal. And plus, you branding yourself at the same time. So it's the goal that you want to achieve with live streaming, and you want to put your best foot forward because streaming ain't going nowhere. It's the new way of communication, and that is the good thing. Communication. Now people can put a face to what your service is about, how you are progressing in your live stream, and this is what you want to show. Um, to me, we love doing this. This is what we do. Is our stream goes out every time that we stream. We streaming simultaneously. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Sometimes we stream on Ustream. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay? So we're getting it out. It's much better if you want to reach more people. Stream on 3 services at one time. Like I say, the free software, I'm not going to allow you to do that. You don't want free. You want to stream, you have to pay for your live production software. Hey, it's going to cost you, but at the end, it's worth it. And don't give up. If you want to try streaming yourself, don't give up, because it's going to be a rough road in the beginning. And if you need the training on how to do a professional live stream, send us an email, and we'll come out and we'll show you. We will show you. But uh, remember, the software, we suggest you don't use free. Don't use no free streaming software, because it's going to mess you up. You're not going to get the results that you're actually looking for with all of this free stuff. And I know a lot of people, they look at it and they say, "Wow, but I can do this because it's free." No, it's not going to give you your end result that you actually looking for. So free stuff, let it stay where it's at. How many times that we looked at free stuff when we tried it, and what happened? You got frustrated. Everybody gets frustrated with the free stuff, and then you say to yourself, "I should have just went and bought the professional stuff to begin with," because now you don't wasted a lot of time. But in reality, you didn't waste a lot of time, because in that free stuff that you were using, you was actually learning. See, and that's the good thing about it. You're actually learning what it takes to stream by using the free streaming software. But then doing that, you found out that you can't bring in more than one source into your production. See, but you did learn, okay? But you did do some learning, but you found out, hey, I can only bring in maybe 2 items. That's it. Now, our reduction software, we can bring in up to 1,000 inputs into our live production. Okay, and like I say, you can go and do a live stream in 4K. And right now, we is using our full 1080p and full HD, and that is what we are doing. So that is what we predict that's going to happen in 2017. That we know more and more people are going to be using live stream, but you have to do it in a way where you're going to brand yourself and do the most possible stream there is. And we encourage churches, if you don't have that budget to do your live stream, contact us. We will come out and stream your services for you, and we will use our titles, our overlays, whatever. And it's just not for your own, for your morning services. You got Bible study, you got your dance ministry, you have your young ministers. Okay, each one of those can have their own show. Okay, because you want to reach your audience, no matter where they are. And just remember, 1.2 billion people watch videos every single day. 1.2. And that's a lot of people. So on that note, I say I thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.